ago when we were on campus. It's like 20 something years ago now. And a group of people decided to come together to begin to pray every night. And we chose 12 midnight as the prayer time. And that's for those of you that were on campus then, you will know what I'm talking about. 12 midnight. The most difficult time to pray was the time we chose, so that it will be a sacrifice. The mortals are not impressed by normal things. You need to go beyond your capacity as a man in order to gain the attention of spirits. So we decided to make the prayer that most impossible time of the day, 12 midnight. So we pray from 12 to 1. And what I do is that I read, study, do all stuff, just waiting for the prayer time. People waited for it. People anticipated it. And we began to pray. When we began to gather momentum in the place of prayer, at some point, our petition, our supplication, our intercession began to affect the alignment of principalities, of thrones within the territory, exerting government. We never knew what we were doing. We're just novices that loved the Lord and wanted to ventilate ourselves in the presence of God. But unfortunately for us, even though we did not know, some things began to shake. The alignment of the spiritual structure of the place felt the heat and the impact of what we were making available. Hallelujah. One of those days we were praying and security people came and arrested us. That a secular came out. A secular that we are yet to see till today. But generations after we left school, that they are still implementing the policy, implementing the directive of that secular. It has not come, it's yet to come out. They say there is a secular. It's a secular on the campus. That people should stop praying in the night. It's an act of terrorism. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. We didn't go. We said death. Death will be the result of this meeting. So when they saw that we were speaking as if we were drunk, the security people had to leave us alone. And we continued the prayers. Continued the prayers. Continued the prayers. A time came because the first set of people we were praying with that were my seniors graduated. So we were now saddled with the responsibility of pushing the prayer fire. We prayed for like 2 sessions. That's 2 academic years. 2 sessions. Something happened. 5 a.m. in the morning. It rained that night, so sleep was very sweet. After we finished the 12 midnight prayer, I stationed my own prayer for 5 a.m. in the morning. My own personal prayer. So rain fell and sleep was sweet because there was the once very hot land was chilled with good breeze. I woke up by 5 o'clock. The Holy Ghost woke me up. But I saw the breeze and I went back to sleep. Then something happened. The angel of the Lord, he held my hand like this. Then when I woke up, he removed the hand. I went back to sleep. He held the hand again. When I woke up, he removed the hand. I went back again. Then he held my hand this time. When I woke up, the hand still held me until we reached prayer room. 5 a.m. in the morning. The place was dark. He held my hand till we reached. In fact, I was so afraid to look at the hand. Whether when he held it, you could see that some of the flesh pressed in. I didn't bother to. And what the Lord was saying was that you people have been disturbing me for 2 years. You can't say you will sleep now. That was the day the Holy Spirit gave me a hug. It came like a wind. My encounter with power began that day. Yes, that was when my eyes. Now, in the build-up of what prayer is not. People don't like prayer. They say, these people they'll be doing like the. But there is a day that your investment in prayer will attract heaven's visitation. May you not be sleeping that day. 5 a.m. in the morning. And that's what the Lord told me. Because the Aboho that I told you about yesterday, he failed me in his course. So I had an extra year. God, that was where he spoke to me that night. I'm giving you something this night that your mates that graduated and left before you will never have. This is 20 something years from the time that word was, like 17 years from the 17 or thereabout years From the time that word was, we were Y2K now. That's 18 years. 18 years now. And what he said, you have seen it now. It's true. It was not less true 18 years ago. The Holy Spirit hugged me. And you know what? We prayed for 2 academic sessions. But in the day when he came to hug, I was the only one that was in the prayer room. Those were prayer meetings we held. Sometimes there were 40 people. Sometimes 37 people. We prayed wild tongues. That the security, their delicate balance was disrupted. They tried to stop the civilization. But the day all our initiatives attracted heaven's attention and heaven decided to deploy a personnel, I was the only one in the prayer. Maybe that was when I received mercy from heaven. Many things I don't know, but there's one thing I know: I will never stop praying. I made many mistakes, but this one was one thing I got right. People in my family say, you will never amount to anything. People say, if you take this road, you will not arrive. All their words were lies. My uncle brought a herbalist, put in one of the rooms, lodged in one of the rooms in his house. If you want to collect money from him, you go to the herbalist. He will bless you with marine powers. Then he will not give you money. And I said, it's better for me to beg on the streets than to receive this kind of money. So he said I was a proud man, that I was going to suffer. 20 years later, I sent 200,000 to pay his daughter's school fees. I traveled from Makurdi to Abuja. Then, how many of you were in Abuja when they used that, there's a park in Nyanya, that's where you enter Makurdi car. Do you know? And that time, from Makurdi from Nyanya to Makurdi was 300 naira. I traveled from here, 300 naira, to go and see my uncle, to give him money to pay school fees. He gave me 400 naira. And the journey back will require what? So I had to enter luxurious bus. So when we reached the bridge, the conductor slapped. I was sleeping. You know what the Bible calls sleeping for sorrow? That you are not sleeping, no. You are wedged by sorrow. I was just, he slapped my head and said, "Can your money don't finish? Come on." On the bridge. Yeah, this bridge here. So I began to try. I saw life robbery that night. They were breaking it. I checked from that place to second gate. 15 years later, I was driving my car past the same spot, and it was Highlander. Same spot. Same spot where I was left. They dropped me there 12 midnight. 15 years later, I was driving past. I saw the same spot. The God that we serve is a faithful God. I defied all the laws of my family. All. And according to the tradition of our village, if you do that, you will die suddenly. They waited 10 years to see me die. And in 10 years' time, I broke forth.